Hello, I'm Matt and welcome to Badger Workshop. Rag and Bone Brown has come up with an idea for a challenge, and that's to make a bowl without using a lathe. Well, part of that is easy for me as I don't have a lathe. I would like one, but that's another story. I've got a few offcuts of oak beam. Where they've dried, they've cracked and they have lots of character. So the first thing to do is rip a piece down. Neither piece had a totally flat surface on it, so I took them over to the jointer. I could then joint one edge on each piece. Now that I've got two flat surfaces, I can get plenty of glue on each side, and then I can spread the glue out and get lots of clamps on. I left this overnight to dry, and then in the morning I could get the clamps off and put it through the planer to clean up both parallel sides. Now last Sunday you might have seen me make this jig, and it's to cut circles out on the bandsaw. I mark on the jig half the diameter I want the bowl to be, and then I screw into the centre of the block. This can now go over to the bandsaw. I can start turning the block. I've got quite an aggressive whip blade in the bandsaw. And working slowly, I can cut out a circle. I felt that it being round wasn't bowl shaped enough, so I wanted to put a 15-degree bevel on the side. I'm sure I could have done this straight away without cutting the circle out first, but I was just playing it safe and did it in 2 stages. So I have something round, but it needs to be dished out. So that I had a depth to work to, I drilled a hole in the centre of the block. Then using a combination square, I could draw out a rough border around the bowl. With that done, it was time to start carving. I started off by using a mallet, but then I decided I had more control by just pushing the gouges through the wood. I had to spend quite a bit of time sharpening them and stropping them on the strop I made the other week first. Start my cut at that pencil border I drew, and I worked towards that centre point that I drilled. As you can see, the gouge leaves a lot of rough edges and marks, but that is the look I'm actually trying to go for. When I reach the depth, I just make sure everything's even, and then I can give it a sand down on the outside, but not in the actual dished bit. I really want to emphasise the gouge marks, so I want the inside and the outside to contrast quite starkly. So I'm going to heavily burn or char the outside of the bowl and around the border. I then want to lightly wave the torch over the gouge marks, letting it just lick over the ridges, only colouring the high spots. To bring out the colour, offer a little protection, and so I don't get black hands every time I touch it, I apply some clear wax. This is not food safe, but I don't think I'm going to be having my cornflakes out of this bowl. I leave the wax to sit on the bowl for about 10 minutes, and then with a lint-free cloth I give it all a buff off. And that's it all done. Probably not the most conventional bowl, but I think it looks quite cool. I'll put a link in the description to all the other videos in the playlist you can watch. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more videos.